Have you ever had that feeling that someone is watching you? Not a ghost, not your imagination, but a real person. Someone who knows your routine, your schedule, the time you leave your house, the time you come back. Tonight, I'm sharing 3 true stalker stories, and I promise you, after this video, you will never walk alone the same way again. And make sure you stay until the last story, because the third one ends in a way no one saw coming. Emily had just moved into her new apartment. It was quiet, peaceful, a small suburban neighborhood. The first few days were normal, until she noticed him. A man standing across the street, just standing there. At first, she thought maybe he was waiting for someone, but he wasn't. He wasn't on his phone. He wasn't talking to anyone. He was just looking at her apartment. The next day, he was there again. Same spot, same blank expression. Emily felt uncomfortable, but she tried to ignore it. Maybe he lives nearby, she thought. But then something strange happened. One evening, she closed her blinds before going to bed. Around midnight, she heard a soft knock. 3 slow taps. She froze. No one knew she had moved in yet. The knocking came again. This time louder. Her heart started racing. She slowly walked toward the door and looked through the peephole. No one. But when she stepped back, she heard something outside her bedroom window. Footsteps. She ran to the window and slightly moved the curtain. And there he was. The same man from across the street, standing in her backyard, looking directly at her window, smiling. Emily screamed and called the police. But when they arrived, he was gone. The next morning, she found muddy footprints under her window and something else. A small, folded paper. It said, "I like watching you sleep." She moved out 2 weeks later. But the worst part, police later told her he didn't live anywhere near that street. He had been driving there just to watch her. Jason was a college student. He worked part-time at a grocery store and followed the same routine every day. Class, work, gym, home. One night he received a random message. "Unknown number." It said, "You looked tired today." Jason ignored it. The next day, another message. "Blue looks good on you." He was wearing a blue hoodie that day. Now he felt uneasy. He replied, "Who is this?" No answer, but the messages continued. Every day, describing what he was wearing, what time he left work, when he got home. Jason changed his routine. He left work early one day, took a different route home, stopped going to the gym. The messages changed, too. "You can't hide from me." One night, as he walked to his apartment building, he saw someone sitting in a parked car across the street. The engine was off, but the headlights flickered for a second. Jason felt something was wrong. He quickly entered his building and locked the door. Minutes later, he got a message. "I liked it better when you went to the gym." His blood ran cold. That meant whoever it was had been watching him. Right outside his building, police traced the number weeks later. It belonged to a former coworker, someone who had barely spoken to him. The coworker had memorized his schedule, followed him for months, and even admitted he just wanted to feel close to him. Jason moved cities after that, but he still says he checks every parked car at night. This one is the most disturbing. Samantha lived alone in a small townhouse. She was very careful, always locked her doors, always checked her windows. But strange things started happening. Small things. Her kitchen chair slightly moved, a cabinet left open. Her TV volume changed. She blamed herself. "Maybe I forgot," she thought, until one night she came home from work and the bathroom mirror had writing on it. 3 words, "I'm still here." Her hands started shaking. She immediately checked every room. Nothing. Doors locked. Windows locked. She called her landlord. He said no one else had access. But Samantha couldn't sleep that night. Around 3:17 a.m., she heard something downstairs. A slow, creaking sound. Like someone stepping on wood. She grabbed her phone and locked herself in her bedroom. The footsteps stopped outside her door. Then a soft knock. 3 slow taps. Just like in the first story, she called the police while hiding in her closet. When officers arrived, they searched the house, and they found him. In the attic. He had been living there for weeks. He had somehow gotten access to a spare key from an old repair visit months ago. He would come down at night, watch her, move things slightly, leave messages. Police said he had photos of her on his phone, sleeping, watching TV, cooking. Samantha said the worst part wasn't the messages. It was knowing he had been inside her house while she felt safe. Stalking isn't always loud. It isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's quiet, it's patient, it's watching from the shadows. So, tonight, before you go to bed, lock your doors, check your windows, and maybe, just maybe, look behind you. If you made it this far, comment. I always check behind me. And don't forget to subscribe for more true disturbing stories. Because the next one might be worse.